So we're gonna try and pull it out a little bit. It hasn't moved this spot in 30 years, so we'll see. It's coming. Well, 35 years, I believe is what he said. Man, there's so much traffic. There's a lot of traffic coming over this hill. They're coming too. I should have unhooked the trailer and hooked to it, but a little bit too late. Alright, so I'm up under here. Luckily this thing sits up high off the ground. I think this is 5/8. I might have to get an extension. Have to get a short extension though. Let's see. He said it was running when it was parked, so that's what they all say, you know. But sitting 30 years. Oh my God. She is stuck. Alright, so finally got this thing to turn over. I let it soak with some transmission fluid and Marvel's mystery oil and PB blaster. I did get up under it. Got it to move one way until it stopped. And came out today. Got it to turn all the way over by hand. Alright, so the water pump is on. So the good thing about this JB well and this little squeeze tube, it squeezes out an equal amount of hardener and stuff. I guess it's called a hardener, and I don't know what the black stuff is, but anyway, it squeezes out an even amount, and the only thing you got to do is just mix it up till it turns gray. I know with the little tubes, the separate tubes, you used to have to kind of watch how much you put out, but that right there puts out an even amount, and it's reusable top. So you mix it up till it gets gray. It says dark gray. Comes with this little tool. It's almost like mixing up cake mix. I think that should be good enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and smear that on there best I can. So far so good. I don't see anything leaking down the block. So maybe well is holding. And get the camera too close. I don't want to melt it. good. Still don't touch. Well, there you have it. The G20. So I'm back over at my favorite junkyard over here in Jonesboro and looking for van parts. I found the door, driver's side door. It's actually off a 88 model, but they all the same. And that one's in good shape. It's even got a good door handle, good mirror. He's going to get a star bit so I can get this mirror off. And I'm going to get the back fold out glass because mine don't have it. This one was pretty customized. This has got the little mini blinds that come down. It's got a TV up there, handrail, fold down back seat. He said it had a cracked head and they junked it, which heads are in here. One of them's bad. Got a good armrest too. I don't know if these will work on my seats. But a pretty nice customized van. We've been riding around, we found a couple. He got a lot of Fords, more Fords than Chevys. It's probably about 10 Chevys and about 20 Fords. But anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff off of here. And like I said, we already got the driver door off. It's pretty simple. October 88. I'm ready to get all I can because he might decide to do some scrapping. How many miles is on it? 123,000. Actually, this dash is all the same as mine. I think they changed in like 90. So it's got the old Cobra radar detector and CB. So anyway, let me get back to work because it's gonna get very hot. It's already up to 90 degrees now. And you got a boomerang antenna on the top. Let me get back to work and getting this stuff off here. So back working on the van. As you've seen, I got some parts off of that one that was down to Junkyard. Got the driver's side door with the mirror. Real good door. Only thing about it is a power door. It has power windows, so I'm gonna have to put the roll-up regulator inside. I also got the rear pop-out windows that fold out. Reason why, because those don't fold out. They are just standard regular windows. So we got the seals and everything that are actually still good. We got some floor mats, the original GM. Actually, that one was a GMC. Same thing. Here's the passenger side mirror that we got to put on the door. This is the inner bracket that we got to somehow get inside the door because it's got these dinky mirrors on there and I can't see out of that one. The other side's broke. We got some marker lights. That's for the front. Well, that's for the front. Rear. Kind of different type. Out of all the vans he had, they was missing, but you can see how different that is. So maybe I get on the old eBay, because vans here in Memphis and junkyards, especially older ones, they're slim to none. So you got to go out in the country. So we got, this is the seal that goes around the door frame. You see this one's all shrunken. Even though it's brown, we still put it on there. We got, that's off the passenger door handle. These are the hinges for the rear pop-outs windows. This is the seals for the rear windows, which is still in good shape. Just put a little glue on there. We got the mini blinds for the rear windows. I just snapped them because we had to take them off to get the windows out. So there's the mini blinds, and that's it basically. Reason why I got the tire off of it, because it's got a leaky valve stem, and I'm gonna go ahead and change it. And why I got it off, sprayed some oven cleaner on there. This rim was actually brown, goldish looking. By scrubbing with that oven cleaner, it took it back to the original kind of a dullish aluminum color, even though these are steel wheels. So you take that out there and spray it off. This is the matching one to it. It's actually, I think this is a 7-inch wheel, and that one's a little narrower. You can see the difference there. So these two, that one and the other one will go on the back. And I got two already on the back of the van. This one could be a front one, but I'm gonna clean it up. If they don't look good, I'm gonna shoot some aluminum paint on them with the beauty rings. And we got some cool cleaned up center caps, thanks to Mr. P. You check out his channel. I'll leave a description for his channel, Mr. P. He actually cleaned these up. He bought them, and he was going to use them and didn't use them, so I ended up buying them. So there's all four nice cleaned up center caps. Kind of dull, but you can buy that. Been fighting with the AC. That is the original compressor. You can see I got a whole bunch of Freon. I done bought so much Freon. The problem with the compressor was this, where is it? There's an O-ring somewhere. I just had it. Oh well, I'll find it. There's an O-ring that goes on here. It was actually leaking, so I changed the back O-ring. Oh, here it is. This is the O-ring for the back that goes in back of the compressor. Changed it, leak stopped at the back, started leaking at the front. So I tried to take this compressor apart. Man, these things are heavy. To get to this O-ring, and I couldn't get it apart, so I basically destroyed that compressor. So I ended up getting another one. Get it, man. Ended up getting another compressor, and finally got it charged up, and the AC works, blows cold. I just did it today, so hopefully I put some dye in it. I didn't see any other leaks, so hopefully we'll continue to have AC, because it's 103 degrees every day here, and I don't want to be driving this hot box with no air. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work on the tire, because I'm tired of putting air in it every single day. This valve stem, it's got a slow leak. And then we'll move on to putting the door on, because I'm ready to get this old rusted, warped door off of here. I mean, the metal is soaked in because of the heat. You can see it melted the handle. And can't see nothing there. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this tire. Hopefully tonight I can get this door swapped, and then we'll worry about swapping it over to manual window. Get this toasty toast off of here. I think the heat got so hot that it actually melted the rear. Luckily it didn't get the whole van. So the fenders on these are welded to the body. I think that's still good. It didn't get as much heat as the door did. So that can be sanded down, painted, you know. Gotta find an emblem, couldn't find one of those. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work on this tire, and maybe we can get to the door and be able to finally look halfway decent, even though the paint's not gonna match. But at least we have a good door and a good mirror. I can see how to back this thing up. So as you see, I got the window regulator loose. There's actually a track back here, just a bar that this other roller on the arm rolls in. As you can see, it's tack welded to the door. So I'm going to have to get that out of there so I can put that on the other door and somehow either screw it or tack weld it. So I always got to be something different. It might be the same on the other door, even though the other door is power. So hopefully we got the same hose that's here. Well, we know that's the same hose because that's for the door latch. But this right here, hopefully that's the same, which I think it is. So I'm going to have to get this regulator off of here, off the window, pull the glass out. I'm also going to pull the little quarter glass out, and then I got to take the door striker right here, all that out. You can see where it got hot down in there. It melted the paint, so that door got real hot. I thought about just taking a saw and just just cut out the whole freaking thing. I mean, we're not going to use the door anyway, and that would have made everything easier to come out. But I don't want a chance cutting any brackets, which I think mainly everything is on this square part here, or triangle, rectangle part. But I'm going to go ahead, see if we can get this regulator off of this glass. So I'm probably going to have to pull that quarter glass first. Nope, maybe not. Alright, window's loose. And then the next thing is getting it out, which I should have pulled the quarter glass first. So let's see, can we get the regulator out here? That went to the left. It's got two arms. It's got another roller on here. What are we doing with it? What's holding me up is this quarter glass. The bracket is like right behind it. I think that was just a window stop. Oh, there's another bolt there. Something behind it. Oh, here we go. Still can't get the regulator out because the quarter glass frames are back there. You see. You gotta be careful with these glass too. It's like a guillotine. Cut your hand off. Alright. So there's the window regulator. We had these two up here into the window. This went like that. And there's, like I said, right here, there's another little track that wheel rolls in. So hopefully the other door is the same. It is hot today, people. Alright, so I guess we can just let the window rest in there because I'm going to have to get it out of there somehow, which is going to be a task. So anyway, I don't think it's going to fit. That's what's just making me want to just cut that. Now I gotta try and pick the window up. And then it came off track. It is down in there. These doors are deep too. So I think I'm just gonna cut this and we can get everything out. We can see how that hooked up. Let's cut it right out. So I decided not to cut the door. I'm just gonna take this quarter window out. I was gonna take it out anyway. Figured it'd be too much time. Cut that metal out. It's already hot. So we'll just take the quarter glass. I don't think I need to get out of there. Really, it's the door lock and the window. I might leave the other stuff in there. Means I might take this inner seal and just dry rot it. Screwdriver. stuff is so crunchy. Or it got wet. I mean, not wet. Burnt. There's a slot up there that yeah. Get some advantage over here. Even though I got the air conditioners on, it's still hot. It's out! Alright, now I can probably get the window out of here. It's out! Alright, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the door lock off here, the key lock, because I'm going to take and get a key made, or I might just buy new locks, whichever's cheaper. New locks, or just get a key made, take it to the locksmith, 20 bucks maybe, he can make me a key. Probably going to take this hardware off, the striker hardware. The mirror can stay because this broke. And oh, that was another reason why I wanted to do it, but I don't think we're going to have to use this little track piece in the other door. I think it's all the same. If not, then I'll just go ahead and cut all that out. So basically, you see the door just actually slides on the hinge up here, and this bolts to the bottom of the door. So you just basically slide it in one side. Got a slot right here, and the bolt holes are here, and then that other one just bolts straight to there. So they had some shims down here. Luckily I can see where they had them at, a little rust mark. I felt them fall off and hit my feet, and I was like, what's that? And it was just shims. So now we just got to get the other door ready to go on. It slides right in there. Bolts. And this one, like I said, it had power windows, so I'm gonna have to put me something over this. I might just leave the wires in there. Well, not the wires, but this little rubber piece. I might just cut it off and plug it or something, so that way water won't get in there. But we can figure that out in a little bit. But you get this one's going to be 10 times heavier because it's got the glass in it and everything. So I would rather take all that stuff off while it's on the van instead of having to lay it down and you know, standing against the wall and it falls. So I'm gonna get everything ready and get this girl slid on there, but she looks funny without the door on. Alright, I know y'all seen me struggle. I had a hard time getting the door to slide back in that slot. And plus, I had to spray some PB Blaster on there because that hinge, I think it just got hot and it's real hard to move. So, but I got it on there. I just got to put the screws on there now. And whew, I'm glad that's over with. But I like those mirrors better than those rinky-dink mirrors they had on there. I think they was the factory mirrors. So we'll be putting the other one on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the shims in it if I need to, bolt it down, and then we'll get that door panel off and start working on the window. Now that's a lot better. All the body lines are lined up. Got one here, there, down here at the bottom. Opens right up with ease. Closes with ease. Let's do a soft close. Look at that, like brand new butter. Got off some of the tree sap that was on the glass, and yeah, so we'll get some primer on this and some primer on this, get rid of this burnt look. But yeah, it's finally got a door that closes and looks decent for right now. So next I gotta get this door panel off. And I guess for the time being, if I'm gonna use this panel, unless I put the old wood barrel panel back on, I'm gonna have to have a hole over here for the window crank to stick through. I wish I can get just this power window to work. That'd be cool, just the driver's side, but I don't know if the motor's any good. It's got power lock too, I didn't know that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take all that out. So anyway, we'll get to working on that. Now that's more like it. Got rid of the old burnt up door and got on a decent looking door. All the body lines line up, which is cool because they're two different vans and years. See that line stop there and continue there. Got a body line right here. Body line right here, body line right here, all the way up at the top, and she opens pretty good. I might have to adjust that striker just a little bit. Second slam will always work, because you can tell when I open it, it drops down a tad. So I just need to take this striker pin here. It's got a star in there. Take it loose and just barely tap it down a tad. But other than that, it's a good door. So now we can move on with the door panel. I gotta take the door panel off. If I'm gonna use this panel for the time being, ain't nothing, man, these things are just made out of plywood. Look at that. Just like that there. I gotta put a hole for the window crank. I wish I can get the power window to work. I don't know if the motor's any good. Just this side would be awesome. Just rig up a switch or something. I don't know, we'll have to look at that. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this. So we're gonna move on with the door panel and the window. So time to get some more tools out. So here is the window regulators. This one here is the power one, because it had power windows. It's got a massive window motor, which didn't work. I tried to wire it up, didn't work. This is the manual one. So we'll be putting the manual one in. I went through and lubed everything so it'll slide easy. These rollers are supposed to turn like this one over here, but I think the heat got to them, so they're kind of stiff. So hopefully that PB blaster will free them up. But yeah, so we're going to get it in there. I'm just gonna leave that glass in there, both the same glass, so we shouldn't have to change that. Just put the regulator in there and then it'll be manual. So we'll get to work on that. All right, so we got the window regulator in, and the window rolls down smoothly. I lubed those rollers up on the regulator and just took a pair of pliers and twisted them around till they started moving. And you can see it's now got manual window on this power door. Okay, get out of it. Now I just got to get some door locks. Need to get the key made to the original door lock. Take it to the locksmith. They can make a key for it, or I'll just buy a new set. But I have to replace the lock on the trunk. I mean, not the trunk, the back door, because it's locked and it won't open. So I have to replace 3 of them: the driver's side, passenger side, and back door. So hopefully I can just get a key made for that one lock and it'll operate all 3. Because I have to take the back seat out, I think, or fold it down and get the back panel out to be able to get in there and get that lock out. And it's hot and I don't want to be cramped up in the back of this thing. I mean, I can put a fan in there, but anyway, well, at least we got this done. So I'm probably gonna hold off on the door panel. That one there, like I said, I have to drill an extra hole in it if I'm gonna use it, clean it up. Probably take that little pocket thing off. I got the one that matches that one for the passenger side. They're pretty rough. Really don't even need a door panel. It's got this metal right here. You could just leave it like this and don't even worry about a panel. I mean, it's got the panel over there, but it's rotted, made out of non-treated plywood and something else. So we could just run it like it is without the panel. But anyway, we'll figure that out. I'm gonna go ahead and just screw this all the way in so it won't be bouncing around. I might go ahead and put the door clips on there, the handle clips I mean, so they won't be flying off. And I never did check this. Did this work? Oh yeah, that works way easier than the other one because the other one was kind of melted. But well, we got to put the mirror like this one on the other side, so I'm gonna have to take the door panel off so I can put that bracket. There's a bracket that bolts to the door so you can bolt the mirror on the outside. So I still might have to take that off because I can't remember. There's an extra hole on the door itself that screws that bracket to hold against the door so you can put the mirror on. So, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And yeah, so we'll get the mirror on there and we'll be getting ready to take this thing on a long trip drive. I've only drove it around the neighborhood a couple times. I haven't really got it out on a really long trip. So maybe we get this thing out and then driving around a lot now that we got the AC working, if it's still charged up. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to work on it. So now we're on the passenger side. You can see I got a drawing of the gasket for the mirror over here. I took off the old one, and you can see it's had several holes in there where they had mirrors on there. Looked like it started here from the factory, then somebody did something here or something, I don't know, but it's gonna go on like that. And when I took the door panel off, I found somebody had cut this. I guess they cut that out so they can get in there to the mirror and tighten the old one up, because the other one had just some metal screws in it. So what we got to do is put this bracket here inside the door, and this screw hole here faces out, and it's got a stud and 2 screws that faces towards the mirror. So it's basically got to go up in here, up inside of there like that, and that just holds the mirror to the door. So what I'm gonna have to do is drill some holes. I hate to drill more holes in it. I was going to use that as a hole, but as I measured the other side, I tried to get them both set in the same inches from this line here, body line and everything. So I'm just going to drill a hole. I guess I'll probably fill it in with something, but drill it center, and center over here, right in the center of that plastic. As you can see, is that washer is pressed against it. Well, not washer, but I think that's the back of the mirror. It was center. So then we'll put that bracket inside, and like I say, I'll try and fill some of these holes in. Might take a piece of Gorilla Tape or something, put over that. That Gorilla Tape sticks real good. I mean, if this thing gets painted, eventually the mirror is going to come back off anyway. So I'm not going to worry about it, but get my drill bits and get set up, and go ahead and put this thing on there. What I'm first going to have to do is drill those holes out. This is not too bad, as long as I got a good drill bit to do it. Get you guys set up here. So I guess I'm just going to take the gasket, put it up here like that inside of my lines I drew around it, and make sure it's straight. I'm just going to go center. Plus I'm using one of these grease pens, and you can just take just some probably some light gas on a rag or something, or some probably some light wax maybe, and get that off. But I'm not too worried about this thing anyway. I mean, if you're going to use a grease pen on some brand new paint, I wouldn't recommend it unless you know what to really take it off. But I know carburetor cleaner and gas, I'll take it right off. But like I say, who cares? Plus the gasket's black, so now I'll get my drill bits. And I think that is a 5/16 hole. Those are 5/16 screws. So look a little smaller than 5/16. That might be a quarter. I'm not sure. I think those are a quarter. I don't want to drill holes too big. It's gotta be a quarter. But you want some slottage. We'll just start. Make sure your window up when you're doing this. You don't want to drill and hit your glass. That would suck. What do we do with the bracket? There we go. So yeah, that was a 1/4 inch. So the way this thing is made, it's supposed to that one stud's supposed to stick through the door for the mirror, and then you put bolts on the other end. So we'll see how that works. If I can see the holes, no problem. Hole in here. Take it back out. Trying to look up inside the door. That's why they drilled this other hole. I mean, grinded out this little piece in here. That's it right there. Nope, that ain't it. Yep, that's definitely it. Might have to run the drill back through there. That's what I'm saying. So I can drill a little bit bigger. That hole needs to be drilled out just a little bigger. gives you a little slide room. Oh man, it's gonna suck. I think I might have screwed up. Can't tell from here. Oop. Let me get a nut to go on here. Maybe I should have drilled one hole at a time. Glasses. I have a problem. Slight problem. The window it's not going to clear. What a problem. That one bracket, the one piece that sticks out both to the door on the inner side is hitting the glass. That's not putting this on wrong. Putting it all wrong. Putting it on backwards. That thing will not stay there. Let's go ahead and put a nut on here so it won't fall off. Had me nervous for a minute. Take it back, and it was flipping around on me. when you need two hands. Well, I could have opened the vent glass. I can reach out that way. Duh. I know my hose are gonna be a little bit off. I can feel it. I can feel it. Maybe I should drill the bottom one first. Well, we close. Really close. So you can see the bracket back there. I'm a little bit off on the hose, but I can straighten that out. I gotta get the screws that goes through there anyway. But that's basically how it goes. So let's see, I think I got the screws. Oh yeah. Let's see what the window clear. Yep. Yes. So the only other thing I gotta do is inside the door I gotta drill a hole for that there's another bolt that goes through. It's right up in here for that piece that sticks out. That actually is supposed to support it so it won't be shaking, because it's just on that outside piece of metal. So I got to drill a hole here and run that bolt through there. And then I hate this has been cut, but I don't know if I can tack weld that or not in a couple spots. It's not really flimsy. We'll just see how it works when I'm going down the road. If it's shaking a lot because that's not supported good enough where they cut it, then I'll have to make some tack welds. But I'm gonna go ahead and drill that hole out in there, and then we'll get the mirror and stuff on. Which I think I can go ahead and put the mirror on now and then drill that out later. Well, I was going to cover those holes up with something so water won't get in the door. So let's take this back off. It's actually just these holes here. I would like to put some screws in there, but it's going to make the mirror not sit flush enough. Unless it was some of those sunk head screws. Which I don't think I've got. Maybe that'll work. Keep some of the water out of there anyway. Well, bad thing is right against that bracket on that one. It's going to be hitting. Look like it might be hitting the bracket on that one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. It's going to push through and hit that bracket. It has to be a shorter screw. Tack weld it maybe? I just don't think that gas is going to sit flush enough. No. We'll go with plan A. I got some Gorilla Tape. It's real sticky. We'll just put that over it. What is going on with my drill here? What the world happened? It's spinning inside of the that thing's so old, it's spun out. I did put a lot of wear on it. Let's get that time. So get something put over that. Gotta find my Gorilla Tape, and we'll move forward. So I found some kind of tape to put over. I couldn't find my Gorilla Tape. We found something. So I got the hole already drilled on the back side. Now I just gotta start these screws. Hopefully I don't have to get any longer screws, because it didn't flush out. On the back side of the door all the way. Maybe I can get this one started. Stay. Yeah, that one bracket on the back, I think I'm gonna have to loosen this screw up in here because it didn't exactly. Didn't let it pull up there tight enough. Tape's gonna be showing a little bit. I can get that off though. It's always something. I don't know why. The one little like way off. I think I got it. Now we can tighten it up. Nope, don't want to do that. Really a 3/8. Close enough. Looking good, looking good. And that's half. Not a 3/8. What is it? Oh, that's 7/16. Don't want to overdo it and bend the door up. That goes. Oh. Just gotta go over that. Seal now. That's gonna be a booger. I want to pop over that seal. I'm gonna have to get a small screwdriver. Mess the seal up. It's like sitting right on top of it. Don't know why. Got some little pegs in there, and it's gotta go on straight. I have to go on best as I can because I can't get my rubber mallet. like, no, don't get the hammer. That is not good. For some reason, the seal is caught up behind that piece of chrome. We'll have to just leave it like that because I don't want to damage the mirror or that seal. As always. Yeah, it's gonna. I can still get the screw in this bottom part anyway, but I'll show you what it is. Don't know why, but it's supposed to be behind the seal all the way around, and it didn't caught up here, so I'm gonna have to stick something in there like a knife or something and poke that seal. I really want to fix it the right way. What they say, do it the right way the first time. Let me see. I want to bend it up. Don't know what the problem is here. I think when the guy at the junkyard took it off, he bent these little prongs. And they're made out of that real tough metal. And, yeah, he bent the cover too. Let me just get it where it barely sits on there. I think I can pry the heads. That's what keeping it from sliding all the way down. Got that side. One little spot. The gasket is thick too. Got it. Still got a little gasket sticking out, sticking in there. The gasket's coming apart. I mean, it's on there. Finally. Alright, I put the screw at the bottom. Woo! Took some work. And that is a star bit. Don't want to pull that back off. Now I can tighten up this support screw. And it's on. So now I got a mirror, a later model mirror. Yep. Get in there, adjust it to where I can see. Get some chromium polish, clean it up. So good to go with the mirrors. You got the door on the other side. The back fold out glass. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I want to get some miles on this thing first before I go fooling with this these back windows. Plus I got to get the key so I can open the back door. So it just basically bolts to the frame of the door and it hangs on these little hinges here. But I got to get the key for the back doors first, so I'm not going to fool with that. I also got to fix the base of this table that sits up in here. It kind of rotted away. So that's another story. We'll do the mini blinds for the back when we get back there. But the main thing is we got the door on, driver's side, and we got the mirror. And now I just got to put the cover. I'm not going to put that rotted out wood back on there. I think this is going to be okay here. I don't think that's going to cause a problem. So get the panel on there and we'll take this sucker for a drive today. Alright folks, first long distance drive with the van, the boogie van. We got the AC going and blowing nice and cool. So we're gonna take her on a long trip. We're gonna take her up to Jim's and see what he's up to. So far so good. Temperature staying normal. Might have to put some more gas in her pretty soon. But it does got AC. That's a plus because it's like 90 something degrees today. Heat index is like, I think 101. Takes right off, smooth. Transmission shifting. 35 flip at? I think it will. Good thing we got the AC fixed though, because I would hate to drive this thing with no air. Some wind coming in. I think door seal over there on the passenger side. I know it's kind of dry rotted. Red light, green light. Floats like a boat. Now let's see what she's made out of. 40 miles an hour. I think I better keep it around 40. I forgot. Those back tires are dry rot. I hate to have a blowout and freaking flip. I don't think you're gonna flip in the van though. I'll keep it around 40 miles an hour. Let's not get too happy. Good oil pressure. Air is blowing nice. I still need to put like half a can in, but it is blowing good. I don't hear any valves rattling like the timing's not right. The engine sounds smooth. Of course, I got the air on. Still, when you put an engine on the load and the timing's not right, or you're running bad gas or something, you'll hear some valve chatter. I don't hear none of that. Temperature's still good. Bumps, jumps. Will the lights stay green for the boogie man? No, with the yellow, but we're taking it. We're taking it. Oh, we made it. This thing is ready for an out-of-town trip. Just need to get the radio going now. Those back tires just got flat spots because everything is shaking back there. Of course, it's been sitting 35 years on concrete. Alright, so we almost to the gym, so I'm going to cut it off right here. We'll go check out the 54, I believe, the one we did the Will It Run on, see what progress he got on that. And then we'll mosey on back to the house.
to look like the light on it. I want to put one coat. I'm going to take it outside and pressure wash it real good, and then I'll put another coat on it.
It looks good though.
Yep.
Came a long way.
Yep.
A long
Got it
way.
all. I got one. I got that side over there.
So all this was rusted out.
Yeah. Inside of it too. It was a boat getting all that shit.
That looks good. Inside looks good.
BJ.
Almost ready for the road.
Gotta put it. See that lower panel?
Yeah.
No, I made that.
Oh,
I
there.
gotta put this one because see that?
Oh, it's rusted out.
When I bought it, I don't know where the hell I put it.
You gonna make this one right here?
Yeah, I'll fix all that.
Man, this car had a bunch of rust in it.
Not as bad as that other one I got back there though. But it had more in it than I thought. I cut the bumper off. You know what I did?
Oh, you shaved that back apron piece?
You know that thing?
The valence?
No, the valence is going to go back on. It's going to be small. See these corners?
Yeah.
They're going to stop about right here. Don't feel my legs, man. Luna.
Go lick the camera.
They usually come all the way around to about right here. I cut about 10 or 11 inches off of that door.
I see where you cut it.
Yep. Then I cut the bracket and get it as far as I could.
Yeah. Oh, she's looking good. Way better than what it was at first.
Well, at least it'll be, I don't have to worry about it really raining in it.
Yeah. Fixed all the window channels. The old 54. Floor is nice and sealed.
I got a seam seal the floor, but I'm going to get all that sand is still in. I'm going to take that pressure wash. I'm going to wash all up in this headliner up in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to wash all that out.
Yeah.
See that corner over there where I fixed all that?
Yeah, I seen that on the pictures. That was bad. Water just been sitting in there.
Yeah. Or a mouse.
Yeah, probably a mouse.
There was a bunch of shit up in there I had to get out. I'm going to take that silver foil I seen the floor.
Yeah.
And then recoat it.
Yeah.
Put that silver sticky foil all over the floor, the roof, the side panels.
Yeah.
Luna!
The Willie dog.
Well, I'm going to actually use chassis paint.
Oh, another friend.
Take that all up and stick it back up over. That's the way it goes. I don't know how they popped off of there.
There's one boat that go all the way straight through.
Yeah, I got brand new stuff over there.
Huh.
I got all this shit brand new. Except for all these. I don't have that brand new.
One of them I know you said you couldn't find.
I think it's this one right here.
This side over here, they pop this stuff.
Yeah. Got it?
She wants to get on my back.
I know. That's what you did, Alex.
That brake off right there. right here.
Yeah. You know those end tubes?
Yeah, oh yeah, they run.
They rotted out, yeah. I got them all out of there.
Yeah.
Gold. I'm gonna fade some gold into it. I'm gonna stop the red probably maybe right here, I guess. I don't know.
I had a 46 Plymouth that was like that. It had the burgundy gold metal flake top, and it stopped right in here. And the rest of the car was flat black.
See back here, I'll probably stop it on this line right here.
Yeah.
So I may have to go down. Yeah, I don't really. That was probably something, but that one goes down. I'm just gonna move this out of the way.
It's like, I don't care what color it is.
I just don't want it to rust, that's all. And I don't want to get wet.
No, man, you gotta put you on them sunroofs up there, man.
No, I never like that.
Still out cruising around in the van. AC is still working. Nice Sunday drive. Railroad tracks. Yeah. Well, she's been running good all day. Now she's got a slight surging problem. It's like the power is cutting in and out. And she started idling real low. So I got to figure out what that is. You can be driving it at low speeds and it's like kicking in and out, in and out. I don't know if it's fuel pump or the control module in the distributor. But right now she's idle real low. It's about to cut off. So I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. But other than that, she's been riding around for a couple hours. I stopped, put some gas in it, and like I say, she's still running. She just idle real low. And it's got a surging problem. So I cut the air off so it won't cut off. You can kind of hear it at the exhaust. She still revs up. As long as you're at high speed, it's okay. But once you get down towards idle, she starts surging. And then while you're driving it, the power's cutting in and out. So I'm about to figure out what that is. It could be the control module, or it could be that old fuel pump that been on there ever since it's set up. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some investigating with it, but she's back on the road though. Like I said, I've been driving it for about an hour or two, and she's running. Just right now, it's just got that cutting in and out surging problem. You kind of hear it. Probably gonna cut off. But I got me a spare on the back in case I have a flat. I just kind of rigged it on there with something I just found laying around. But anyway, I'm gonna get it back to the house, let it cool off, and maybe I'll check that module in the distributor, make sure none of the plug wires didn't come off. But it only does it, like I say, now at low speed and idle. If I hit the gas, she picks right up. But something ain't right. So anyway, that's gonna be it for right now on the van. I'm gonna figure out what that problem is. We still got some other stuff to do to it. Tires, definitely need some back tires, and some other stuff like that, some more cleanup inside. So y'all just like, share, and subscribe. She is really shaking now. Let's cut her off for a minute. Not running hot. So that's gonna be it for it right now. Like I was saying, for my battery died on the camera. I gotta find out why is it surging like that, and it's got like a real bad low idle, and it'll cut off on you sometimes. But it could be the module distributor, could be that old fuel pump that's been on there ever since it's been sitting. I didn't change it. It was working, so I didn't change it. We already put new plugs in it and rebuilt the carburetor, so it's probably something simple, or vacuum line came off hitting all these bumps. On these you got to pull the doghouse off, and I wasn't going to pull over on the side of the road to investigate that. But like I say, engine sounds good, no running hot, the AC worked good. She's a good old van, good sweet old van. Just needs some more loving, and I will put some more in her, clean her up some more, and stuff like that. So as I was saying, y'all like, share, subscribe, leave your comments. Thank you for subscribing, new subscribers. Check out the Instagram page. Check out the Facebook page. Instagram RPM Auto 4. Facebook RPM Auto Motor. Sometimes I put some sneak preview stuff on there and just random other stuff. So anyway, I'm going to head on in because it's starting to get dark and I'm quite a ways from the house and I don't want to be stranded at dark. So holla at y'all later. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and swap out fuel pumps on this thing. I think that's what my surging problem is. While you're driving it, it's cutting in and out, in and out. And at high speeds, it cruises along pretty good. But low speed, you get that cutting in and out, and then it idles real rough. So I'm thinking this original fuel pump is probably going bad. It's been on there for, well, the van said 35 years. So no telling how long it was on there before then. I don't see any. Well, it says AC on it. I don't know if you can see that. So that might be. Surely couldn't be a factory pump. But anyway, we picked up this. What's this? Delphi fuel pump. It's the exact same replacement. It's got the 3 lines on it. Well, you've got your in, your return, and then your main. And so we're going to put that one on there and then give it a shot. I'm thinking that's what the problem is. Comes with different gaskets for your application that shows how the fuel pump operates on that. That is called a, man, I can't remember what it's called. I know it's on your camshaft. Leave a description below if you know what it's called. What is it called? You got it in Spanish. That is a, oh well, just leave a comment. I know what it is, I can't get it out. That's it in the box. So I'm gonna put that new fuel pump on and we'll get it out and drive it before it gets too late, hopefully, and see what that does. Hopefully that clears out the surging problem it's got. We don't have to go digging in nothing else, but I started doing it yesterday when I was on my way back home, and I parked it for a minute, got back in it, cranked up, idled fine, idled good, so I decided to get back in it and start doing it again. So we'll see. Okay, so far she's sitting here running pretty smooth. I just pulled her out. We're gonna take her around the block and see how she runs. So it's not sitting here sputtering like it was yesterday. Of course, I had to drive it to get it to do anything. So let's see what we got. I don't have the AC on. It's not hot right now. Plus, I want to hear what the engine's doing. So, drive. I think I gotta put some power steering fluid in it. I can tell, like when I'm sitting still, it's hard to steer. I forgot to get some. Come on, Betsy. Pulling pretty good right now. Never drove it at nighttime. At least it's not 199,000 degrees out right now. seem to forget that the brakes ain't that great. I think she's back running like she was. I can tell. Something is definitely, something is getting hot. I believe it's going to be the control module. I can tell it went from island smooth to island rough. So I took the control module out of this distributor, and it looks to be, I don't know if it's the original one or not. It's got numbers on it. That might be an aftermarket. It had just a little dielectric grease on there. I kind of wiped it, but really not enough. And what happens is the heat gets to them and just cooks them. That's why you're supposed to put dielectric grease on the back of them. But anyway, I had this one that came out of my Pontiac motor for the Trans Am, and it'll be a while before I get to it, and the auto parts stores has closed. So I'm gonna put some dielectric grease. I got some. It's got some gooiness on the outside, but I'm gonna put that on the back of this one. We'll put it on there and run it. Like I say, this thing it's got a lot of heat on it right now. So with it not having a lot of dielectric grease on there, could be cooking that module and making it short out, because it only starts acting up when the van is completely warmed up. When it's cold, it works great. Idles great, drives great, but once it warms up, she really starts shaking and cutting off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this module in there, and then we'll fire it up and see how it runs. Another thing could be too, there's a coil in here, which I rarely see those coils in there go bad on top of the distributor, but we'll change the module first and see what that does, and hopefully that fixes it. If it does, I'll just go ahead and buy a brand new one for it once the auto parts store's open. Well, it seemed like changing the module did the trick. It's running real smooth now. Not surging. I idled it up a little bit, and let's see when we come to a stop. This is where it had the trouble at. Nope, she's shaking again. I honestly believe it's the carburetor now. Run fine, and then it just starts shaking. But it takes off great. We got one last thing to change though. That'll be the coil, ignition coil. I hate when people drive the turning lane. They just drive the turning lane. Ooh. This is all a cluster here. People drive the doggone turning lane when they're not even gonna turn. Get out the way, go. Other than that, I mean, the idling is the only problem. It's not cutting off. It's just got a real low idle, and it just shakes. It's not surging. I don't feel it surging. We can change the ignition coil. That's one thing I haven't changed. Maybe the module was part of it, because now it's not surging like it was. Stop now. It just got that real rough idle. man, she takes off flawless. So I ended up putting this XL high-firing foil on it. I had this off of the Trans Am, and I took out the regular foil. So right now it's running pretty smooth. Let me turn the air on. Air is on. So I guess we'll take it for another drive. Maybe it was the coil. Not sure. We'll see. Alright, take 5. With the high firing XL ignition coil. Just stopped at the stop sign. Like I said, I've never seen one. It's possible. I don't remember if that's the original one. I know I had 2 of them when I put the cap on there. Alright, we're at a stop sign now. Light changed too quick. We'll stop right here. Seems to be running pretty smooth. Maybe it needs some extra firepower. Did we fix it? I'm still gonna buy a new control module though, because that's I don't know if that's the original one that was in that Trans Am distributor or not. It says GM on it, so it might be original. But I don't want to chance it though, unless I just buy a new one and just stick it in here. I mean, it's easy to change. It's right there on top of the distributor after you take the doghouse cover off. Let's see, let's stop at a stop. It's island smooth. I think we fixed it. Maybe that coil was getting hot, shorting out. Well, so far so good. She's running smooth. I drove it around the block a couple times, and it's not surging or running rough during idle. Turn the air on and everything, still running smooth. So I'm guessing it was the ignition coil, and but we're gonna leave it be. I'll get it out and drive it tomorrow. Hopefully she still drives good. After it cools down, we fire it back up. So y'all just stay tuned. That's all I can say again. Stay tuned for more on the G20. I just had to figure it out before I go into another video with it, another part. I had to just figure it out and see what was up with it. So I got some other projects I need to be working on. I really want to get this thing where it's gonna run and drive like it's supposed to. So anyway, that's gonna be it for now.